Hi, I'm Carmen Lee, and I'm here to empower change leaders to rise above their circumstances and experience peace, joy, and freedom in being their authentic selves. So often in life, we feel that we are upset or we are stressed because there's certain external circumstances that are not happening in our favor. And we're waiting for these conditions to go away so that we can feel better about ourselves or about life. And my stance is that if we are able to cultivate that core strength within ourselves, our resilience, then we don't necessarily need to react in certain ways or feel bad, even though when the external situations are upsetting. The trick about developing resilience is to understand that resilience is not really just about pushing our way forward, making things happen no matter what. In fact, I believe it's more important to cultivate that agility and being able to be creative and innovative these days because there are so many things that are really unpredictable and it keeps changing. And the more agile and adaptive we are, the more important. But we cannot really be innovative, adaptive, or creative when we're so like gung-ho on I have to make this happen, pushing our way through, because it is this kind of mindset and mentality or orientation is creating a lot of pressure and stress in our system. It is activating our fight or flight or sympathetic nervous system. What that happens is that the blood flow is going in a certain direction, the different resources in our body is redirected to handle what we perceive as emergency. So our normal digestive functions will not work as well. We become tunnel vision. And so when we are tunnel vision trying to focus on that like urgent emergency situation, we actually lose our perspective and we cannot look at the bigger picture. Why looking at bigger picture is important? Because we are able to see better solutions other than when we are tunnel vision. And it is more needed at this time. So often when I do workshops and work with clients, sharing with them the different tools and tips on how to strengthen our core, strengthen our resilience. People are usually really excited because they notice a difference. Let's say breathing habit is one of them, taking deep breaths. And they were like, okay, now I know what to do because next time I feel upset, I can do this. And repeatedly, my request and suggestion is please do not wait till you need it. Because by the time you think you need it, most likely you won't remember. Remember when we're under stress or distressed, our system operating differently, our nervous system, digestive system, everything within us is operating differently. The resources that are normally available to us, the thinking process, the ability to solve problems in certain way, we start losing that capability when we're under stress, especially chronic stress. And so even if you remember to practice, let's say, deep breathing in the middle of a very stressful situation, your system is already compromised somewhat. So it's like you might have heard people say, don't drink water until you feel thirsty. You want to drink water throughout the day because by the time you feel thirsty, your system is already dehydrated. So it's a similar concept. And so even if you remember to do certain things, it's going to take you a little longer. Let's say, okay, and I'm stressed, I'm going to take some deep breaths, and it's going to take you a little longer to bounce back to where you were in your tip-top condition. So what I'm a proponent for is that let's cultivate resilience credits. What that means is that we don't wait till situations go south or go bad for us to do something for ourselves. We keep building that credit. Let's say we're going to practice deep breathing every single day. Whether it's rainy day or sunny day, whether we feel great or not so great, we keep practicing. Let's say 2 minutes every day, we keep doing that. What that happens is that when you are consistently doing that, you're building that resilient credit. When your system actually is under stress, you're able to come back a lot faster because you have that reserve within you. And what I also notice is that when people actually are committed and are persistent in building that resilient credit, that reserve is going to get stronger and stronger. And not only that they bounce back a lot faster, is that eventually they will actually see their baseline moving up. So what that means is that eventually situations that used to upset you or trigger you, you no longer feel that charge. And when you're not feeling that charge, you're not getting defensive or protective. You're more able to see through situations and respond accordingly. And that's what leaders are about. And I guess if you are just looking to get by in life, you can always take the reactive approach like, well, I'll do it only when I need it. But if you are here that you want to make a positive change in the world, you want to develop your full potential, cultivating that resilient credit is the key because you're cultivating this nurturing environment within your system so that there's space for you to actually tap into your potential. If you're consistently running on fight or flight, there's no room for growth, no room to really tap into your full potential. So I hope this message resonates with you, and I will also invite you, if you decide to take on any practice, whether it's deep breathing or whatever, what you can do is to look at the different cues in the day as opposed to making it a thing to remember, oh, I will take a deep breath whenever I remember it. Actually look for cues. So it could be waking up in the morning, you sit on bed and you say, well, I'm going to do my deep breath, 2 minutes a day before I even actually get up from bed. Another possibility is that, well, I'm going to take a few deep breaths every time before a meal or after a meal, or whenever I get into a car before I drive off to some place, I'm going to take a few deep breaths, take 30 seconds or whatever. So mark the cues in your life as a reminder for yourself. Of course, you can also set a reminder on your phone or in your computer to remind yourself. But the point is, make it less work for your brain, allowing the natural cues in your life to suggest, hey, this is the time to do it. So before we wrap up the video, I want to walk through this deep breathing technique with you. So when we are breathing shallowly, most of us do, is actually falsely activating our fight or flight system. So we start looking at our life as everything is emergency, I don't have time and all that. When we're doing deep breathing, we're actually countering that effect. We're allowing our creativity, our intuition, our ability to look at the bigger picture, allowing that part of us to come alive, if you will. So you put your hand on your chest and also put a hand on your belly. And let's just take a few deep breaths and feel how it feels to you. Do you notice that whether it's your front chest is moving more, or do you notice that your belly is moving more when you take a deep breath in? If your hand is moving more, the hand on your chest is moving more, that means that you're more likely to be doing shallow breathing. So the invitation here is that imagine and consciously direct your breath. Breathing in through the nose, through the lungs, to your chest, and allowing the breath to go all the way deep down into your belly. Allowing the rest and digest system to be activated so that your blood circulation, all the resources are fully available to you, so that you have all the resources to handle whatever situations you're in. Breathing in, expanding your belly, and as you exhale, contracting your belly, pushing all the air out. Breathing in, expanding your belly, and exhaling, contracting the belly. One more time, deep breath in, all the way down, expanding your belly, and then exhaling, pushing all the air out. And you do this 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes a day, you're going to make a difference. You're going to notice a difference. And then because you notice difference, your way of being is different, your state of being is different, people will respond to you differently. And they will be amazed, and they might be asking you, well, what are you doing differently? Because how you're carrying yourself is different, and they are going to be like, wow, this is very interesting. I really want to know what you're doing, and you can share that with them. So I will invite you to comment the video below on your experiences, any ahas that you got from this video. And if you want to go deeper dive on cultivating adaptive resilience, go to my website, www.carmenkaylee.com, and it spells CarmenKlee.com. And I look forward to sharing more with you next time. Bye for now.